Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Simplicity CU. Simplicity CU is a lifestyle blog, and so we look at life in its simplicity. We look at different states of life, travel, health, wealth, everything that you can think of, because when you really think about it, life is simple and life is what you make it. So follow us on Instagram at SimplicityCU or visit our website www.simplicitycu.ca and browse our pages. We have a vacation page where we do tours from Canada to Jamaica. At this time, due to COVID, we do not have any tours, but pretty soon we'll be up and running once most people are vaccinated and we have gotten the go ahead. How are you today? Today I wanted to talk about the whole thing in terms of saying no. Do you find it difficult to tell people no, whether it be friends or family? Have you ever felt compelled or strongly about something, but you're afraid that if you say no, they'll be disappointed, or better yet, they'll send you on a guilt trip? Has that ever happened to you? It has happened to me. But you know what? You shouldn't be afraid to go against what you believe in. You also shouldn't commit to something if you know that you cannot commit to it. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is how we can let people down. I don't want to say gently, but more just say no. Sometimes you have to go against the crowd. Sometimes you have to appear as the bad one. It doesn't matter. I want to talk about that today because I've been speaking to so many people who have been struggling with this, where they basically, have had to turn friends or family down, and then the friends and family make them look as if something is wrong with them. For example, someone was saying to me they would always lend friends and family money no matter what, even when they don't have it. But a good friend of theirs asked them the other day to borrow some funds and they had to say no. And the friend made them seem as if the worst person. But they said the reason why they also said no, apart from the fact that they really didn't have it, is that the person always takes forever to pay them back. And they're normally left out of pocket. You see, that's something that you shouldn't do. So, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to just say no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they think that something is wrong with you, especially when you're accustomed to saying yes. Or it doesn't matter if they think that, you're an unreasonable person. No. Am I saying that you should just turn your friends and family down just for no reason at all? No, but I'm saying that there are times when you have to put yourself first. I know that for me, it has happened to me where there are just some things that I don't like. I'm not a party person. I don't like being in certain situations where people are just fake and it's just not seem as real. And so one of the things that I had to do in my adult life, I had to get to the point where, you know what? I realized it's okay. It's okay for me to say no. It's okay for me to turn down someone or turn down an invitation if I think that it's going to make me feel uncomfortable, or I just cannot make that commitment. Like, one of the things that I have learned is that if I cannot commit to something, I try not to make promises that I cannot keep, because people will hold you to that. Same thing, just as what happened to this person, because they're always saying yes, even when they can't afford to. The one time they say no, they seem the worst person. So keep it simple, and I would say to you, be true to yourself. Look at the pros and cons for whatever situation it is. As I said before, it's not about just saying no for no reason at all. But one of the things that we tend to do, especially women sometimes I find, is that we tend to put ourselves last. No, you should always look out for yourself. And if it's something that you cannot do, or you know that you cannot meet that criteria, then you need to make sure that you tell the person, look, I can't do this, or I won't be able to do this. You know, it's like I have a friend and, you know, she wanted me to come and pick her up, which was out of the way. And I told her, I said, I can't. If you get to the subway, I maybe can meet you, but I just can't do that. And I have the same expectations too of someone. Like if someone said that to me, I would totally get it. But if the person has a problem with you saying no, you shouldn't feel bad. The art of saying no when you can't do something is necessary. I have seen too many persons get anxious all because they're afraid of saying no. I was speaking to some older women last year, and you know, they always get flustered around the holidays, and one of the things they were saying, the good thing about COVID is that they don't have to entertain. And I'm like, but why? All you have to say is that you're not doing it, because they've been doing this every year and they don't want to, but their family have come to expect them cooking and doing that. And you see, that's not good. It's not good for you health-wise, because it stresses you out and you get anxious knowing that you're doing something that you don't want to do. So I would say to you, make a list. If you're in a situation where you're always saying yes, but you really want to say no, make a list, look at the pros and cons, and just start practicing. Start with the little things. You know, if you have children, that's a good way to practice. You understand? I mean, children shouldn't get their way all the time anyway. But that's definitely a good way to start practicing, by saying no. So I want you today to practice saying no and mean it. There's a saying that says, say what you mean and mean what you say. Do not say yes when you really want to say no to someone. And it's not about being mean. You know, we have these things where you know, we let ourselves feel guilty. No, it's not about being mean. If you really and truly don't want to be somewhere, or you can't do it, then you need to be reasonable and you need to tell that person that you can't. And if that person is a good friend, or if the family that understands, they will get it. And if they don't, too bad. Even with your partner, there are some things that, you know, you may just can't do, or you're not able to do. You know, I remember I was meeting with a couple, and that was one of the things the husband was saying. You know, he told his wife that there are just some things that he's not going to do all the time. And that's fine. You should talk about it. But saying no is very important. I want you to leave your comments below and tell me, has there ever been a situation where you have had to tell family or friends no? And how did that go? Someone may even ask, what about if you're at work? No, I believe even with work, I mean, there are some things that you should specify that you can't do. You know, even if it's, especially if it's not job related. That has happened to me where I've worked in certain jobs and, you know, they want to give you extra tasks. And I said, well, I can't do it. You know, so tell me your thoughts, you know, leave your comments below and let us start a discussion about this, because I know that this creates a whole lot of anxiety for some persons, and that's why I'm having this discussion. You know, I believe in keeping life simple, and as simple as this topic seems, it is something that needs to be talked about. Life is simple, and we don't need to complicate life. And one of those things is being true to yourself. Do not say yes when you mean no. So far, I want to say thank you to all our subscribers. We really appreciate the time you're taking to view our content. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Please share our content, and until next time, let simplicity see you and meets you where you are.